Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. We've got our good friend Dion from Dion Talk on the show. How you doing today, buddy?
Howdy, doing great. Every day is Saturday, but this feels like a Sunday.
And it's not Thursday because we don't have Matt with us. So yeah, I'm all kind of confused this morning. But anyways, hey, Dion, what I wanted to talk to you about today is I don't know why this popped in my head on the way to the office this morning, but I see a lot of posts. I see a lot of stress in the housing market, really from owner occupants, right? I don't normally talk about that because I'm definitely an investor, cash on cash, yield, good or great deal, all of that stuff. But I want to do this video for the owner, right? You're looking for your first home, maybe you're moving up, whatever it is, right? You want to buy a home in this market. Let's call this middle of May of 2022, and you're wondering, should you? Because again, there's a lot of media that makes you nervous, right? Prices all-time high, interest rates up. You're probably still remembering multiple offers and waiving conditions and just risk. So I want to ask you, because I think my opinion is going to be different than you would expect, but we'll go to you first. What do you think? Should people be buying their home today?
I have a very biased opinion.
Sure.
And on almost any given day, my answer would be no, never buy a house.
Oh, okay, good. Maybe we're going to agree, but
well, no, not today.
Okay, but not today. Oh, he snuck it in. He snuck it in.
So on any given day, I would say you need to house hack. It's the number one reason why I made work optional in less than 10 years, even though I was starting from a bad position.
Yeah.
You can buy a house with an ADU, so you don't even share driveways with your tenants. You can reduce or eliminate that housing cost. I'm shocked at how many people say I want to be financially free, but they're not willing to live in some condition that's not perceived as their own house.
Right.
So normally I would say no. But if the question is, in today's market, should somebody whose intent is to own a home buy a home? I would say yes, because for the last 2 years, we've had such a seller's market where, the fear of missing out was on the buyer side.
Correct.
We've had that baton handoff, but over asking, waiving contingencies, making bad number decisions because you were afraid you weren't going to get a house has been happening.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited for the next year, but the home buyer has to be educated. Study the market. Don't buy based on how much you can afford every month. Learn your market to find out what an average deal is so you're not wasting your money. Look for a great deal that you would be happy to live in. So there's that little extra that an investor doesn't usually look for.
Sure.
But don't act quickly.
Yes.
Find the listing that hits the market where the numbers aren't too far off, and then wait. If it's still on the market in a week or two, start making offers that make sense to you. That's not something we had an option to do last year.
Yeah. So it's funny. We're pretty much agreeing again. So when I hear people say this, and again, I see comments on my channel all the time, tell me what I should do. I've worked really hard. I have the down payment. I'm nervous. So let me be very clear. If you're looking at buying a home and you're stretched to the limit, or you weren't stretched, but now you are because of interest rates, most of you shouldn't buy a home today. Let me just say that. Right. I have a very firm belief that any investment, which I include a home, right, where you live, an investment, if it keeps you up at night, that's a problem. And a lot of people jumping in today will immediately have buyer remorse, immediately think the house is too expensive. And trust me, if you're going to live in that house for a decade and you're going to regret the day you signed loan docs, don't do it. That's not what a home should be. You shouldn't regret the decision the day you sign. However, if you follow my channel, Dion's channel, Matt's channel, all my other experts, if buying a home today is a step on your financial journey, then by all means, who the heck cares? Get on the property ladder, get fixed rate debt. Don't you dare be one of those 13% getting arms today. Not okay. We don't know where this thing's going, so don't do it. But house hack, get an ADU, get a folks, Anna Kelly, if she can sell her big ass home in Texas, live with in-laws for 9 months, and then live in a fourplex with kids, you can do it too. If you want it, go get it. Sacrifice a little bit, get on the property ladder, wait for listings to age out, right? This is the time, like you said, FOMO is going on the other side. Right offers below asking. The market is coming to us if you're willing to invest. So I want to say it again. If you are in a situation where you are stretched to the limit and you are stressed out about buying a home, don't do it. Buying a home shouldn't stress you out. It's going to stress you out every day, every month you write that mortgage payment. However, if buying a home is a step on your financial journey, house hacking, ADU, fourplex, whatever it is, by all means, get off your ass and go. Go find that great deal, put a little extra sprinkle of sugar on it because you want the right school district, and let's go. That's what I'm thinking.
And I'd like to sandwich it with, my original was find a way to house hack. But if your intent is to buy a house no matter what, it's always a good time to buy a great deal, but this is the time to do the work a little different. But my sandwich at the end is, there's an opportunity cost when people look at their house the way you called it, an investment. So one of the largest expenses you'll have in your life. You're going to have a bunch of stored equity. It's a massive difference at retirement, where a homeowner has an average net worth of $221,000. An average renter has a net worth of $6,000. Like, there's a massive reason why the government encourages home ownership. I totally understand that. I hope people understand the opportunity cost before they sign the documents, because where the buyer's remorse comes in. After you sign the documents, you realize your down payment, closing costs, and any money for immediate repairs is not available for an investment. Your monthly payment that you're making every month is money you can't add towards your savings rate. That's when our brain says, all of those things I could have done.
Yeah.
And the door wasn't even locked. It was right there.
Yeah. I'm the one who locked it. I'm the one. Again, if you're nervous, if you're getting stretched to the edge, your mortgage payment, once docs are signed, a lot of you put yourself in a straitjacket where you are one whoops away from being in really big trouble. So again, if it's going to stress you out, don't do it. And let's be very clear. I would say that in any market, if buying any investment, stocks, crypto, house, investment, cars, whatever stresses you out, that's your mind telling you don't do it. If we're going to use your home purchase, your FHA loan, your 3.5% down to get your ass on the property ladder to hopefully live for free or live cheaper, let's go. It is time to get started. Again, if you go back and look at my 52-year spreadsheet, the only people that won the inflation of the 1970s wasn't the stock market. You were up 1 point in a decade. It wasn't the renter. Rents more than doubled. The only people that won the 1970s, the only people that beat inflation were the people that bought a home in 70, 71, 72, low rates of the decade, and then let home appreciation race, let rents race ahead. Your cash flow at the end of the 70s versus the beginning was amazing. You can use inflation to get rich. It's called income producing assets with 30-year fixed rate debt, no arms. What do you think?
Awesome. I hope it helps somebody make their decision. I doubt that we're going to sway somebody into house hacking who wasn't planning on it.
It's all right. We'll just keep repeating it. The only way you can go from $89,000 in debt, you make work optional in 10 years, is you got to go after the big expense. You are not going to make work optional with the latte factor. I don't care how many lattes you drink a day. It ain't happening. Go after the biggest expense.
No, one of the reasons that worked so well for me is I've never had a budget. I still don't have a budget.
That makes me laugh, right? I mean, that's funny.
In the last month and a half, I was on a trip where my goal was to try to spend 10 grand. Like, it wasn't a budget. It was, my goal is to get up to this much expense.
Yeah.
Because one of the main reasons I'm pursuing financial freedom is because I don't want to have a job where somebody can tell me what to do, what time to show up, what to wear, what to say, what time to get out of bed, those kind of things. I don't want someone telling me what to do. If I made a budget for me, that's me telling me what to do. So if I had to watch my streaming services, how much I eat out, the latte factor, the kind of stuff, that would drive me crazy. Reducing or eliminating my largest expense so I don't have to think about finances. And I know we don't like to say this, but I'm going to start saying it more.
Okay.
Reaching financial freedom was easy because I made one major change.
Yeah. You need to do that more and more. People are going to need to hear that 3 or 4 times. They need to hear your emphasis on the word easy. Yeah.
Awesome.
Very, very cool. Let's keep doing it. Dion, where can people find you?
Right here on YouTube, Dion Talk Financial Freedom, where I do my live streams Tuesday afternoons, 4 p.m.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.